Welcome to Good News and Interviews with Forrest Trey Lee. Tonight we have a special guest with us. We have Michelle Armstrong and we have Miss Dee Allen, and we're going to be talking about the Distinguished Young Women Program here in Pike County. It's a scholastic program, a scholarship program. Thank y'all for coming.
Thank you.
And Michelle, are you considered the director of the program? What are the
Yes. Yes, I am.
And Dee was last year's recipient of the Distinguished Young Women Program here in Pike County. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And the runner-up, let's see, was first runner-up Abby K. Terry, and second runner-up was Kathy Stocksdale. Well, let's get into the program, Nate, and show us the flyer, and we'll go ahead and talk about the event. And this is, tell us about this, Michelle.
This is any business or individual in Pike County. It doesn't have to be just Troy, Goshen, Brundage. Anybody that would donate to our scholarship program, because we are a nonprofit.
Mm-hmm.
So every dime we raise goes back to these girls in their scholarships. So this is just one way we put out there of how you can donate and what it does for these young ladies. And then you can contact me. My email is there. You can Venmo me. We have a form if you want me to email you a sponsor form. Mm-hmm. I will be glad to email it back. But we need all donations to give back to these young ladies.
What website? Is there a website or Facebook?
There is. It is Pike County. Oh gosh, what's our Facebook? I'm sorry. It is the Distinguished Young Women of Pike County. Is our Facebook page.
Okay.
And it's Pike DYW on Instagram.
Okay.
And you can, and our websites are on both of those, so you can get.
Nate, let's go to the other flyer and then let's start showing this year's participants. Okay.
So this is our schedule this year. Our program is actually on July the 30th at 5 p.m. At the Trojan Center on the campus of Troy University. Mm-hmm. For all of us old Pike County people, it's the Adams Center.
Okay.
And that is the schedule for the girls or the participants this week. And actually, we have added one thing to that. On Friday night, July the 22nd, our participants are going to be on the square from 6:30 to 7:30, and I think they're having food trucks on the square this Friday night as well, and maybe a band.
Okay.
But I've been in talks with Leanne Wyndham, and we're going to just piggyback on with that. And each participant has a poster, and you can come and sign good luck or whatever on their poster for a $2 donation, and that money goes right back into our scholarship funds for there. So we'll be on the square Friday night, 6:30 to 7:30 this week.
Okay. Well, Dee, let me ask you a couple of questions. What were some of the benefits that you found as a participant in this program?
Well, a lot. There was a lot. I feel like my people skills have grown tremendously from this. My public speaking skills. I just feel like I've learned a lot from it, and I've gained so much from it.
Well, and you learned and met and made new friends in Pike County.
Yes.
But from here, the precursor or the next step is the state.
State, yes.
And it's held where, Michelle?
It is in Montgomery.
Montgomery. And how many participants were there, Dee?
Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can remember. It was 70 something.
70.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Close, give or take.
And what are the different things that a young lady must do in this program? What are some of the
Our program
elements?
What you see on the stage is they do a fitness routine.
Mm-hmm.
They do a self-expression where they have to answer a question on stage. And then their talent, any talent for 90 seconds.
Okay.
And then behind the scenes for us, their scholastics counts.
Okay.
And then a judge's interview that nobody sees.
So there's 5 elements?
5 elements to the program.
What was your talent, Dee?
My talent, it was like a jazz acro kind of character routine, a dance routine, where I got to show my acting skills through my dance and tumbling.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about Dee. Tell us who your parents are, what school, you graduated from, some of the activities you participated in, and where you're going to college this fall.
All right. My parents are Weston K. Allen, and I graduated from Pike Liberal Arts School. And then I plan to attend the University of Alabama in the fall.
Have you got an idea what you might major in?
Interior design.
Okay.
Yes.
And what are you doing this summer to stay busy?
This summer I have been a part of UCA, which is the Universal Cheerleaders Association, as an instructor, teaching so many camps, teaching a bunch of different material to all of these campers.
Now, where all have you been?
I've been all over the state of Alabama.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been in Tuscaloosa,
okay.
Florence, the beach,
Okay.
everywhere.
Okay. You're probably ready for school to start, so you can take a break. That's
Yeah.
like that.
Right.
I'm ready for school to start, so I can take a break.
Take it easy, yeah.
Now, your kid brother, who is he, and what is he doing now?
My brother Davis, he just finished at Shelton State, excuse me.
Okay.
He was playing baseball there, and then now he's moving on to Troy University, and he's going to play baseball there.
Well, good.
Yes.
All right. Oh, that's great. Well, Nate, if you will, let's show this year's participants, and you can blow them up full screen if you will.
Yeah, this is Gabrielle Levesque, and she is a student at Pike County High School.
Okay, Levesque. Gabrielle Levesque. These are juniors, upcoming seniors.
Right, they are
These
the
were-
class of
okay.
2023. Yes, and this is Zion Suddeth, and she is from Charles Henderson High School.
Okay, Zion Suddeth.
And Sierra Laird, and she is from New Life Christian Academy.
Okay,
And Haley Qualls from Goshen.
I know Haley a little bit. I
Her
know-
sister participated a few years ago.
Okay,
Christine Head, and she's coming to us from Pike County High School.
who are her parents? Is
Mark.
Mark.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Mark just retired.
Mark just retired.
All right.
Congrats, Mark. This is Lily Ryan, and she's from Charles Henderson High School.
I taught her, and she did archery for me when I was
Yes.
at Troy
Yeah,
Elementary School.
yeah. So, yeah, she is. And Ariel Frazier from Charles Henderson High School.
Taught Ariel.
Yep. And Tate Gardner is coming to us from Pike Lib.
Okay. That's 8.
There's 8.
Eight
That's
girls.
Right. That's right.
8 young ladies.
That's it.
And that's wonderful. So, again, Michelle, if you will, tell us, it's next Friday on the
It's
square?
this Friday on the square.
This Friday on the
The
square.
22nd on the square. They will be there. Anybody can come sign their poster.
And what time again is that?
6:30 to 7:30.
6:30 to 7.
And like I said, there are food trucks and a band Friday night as well from 6 to 9, I think. That's what
Okay.
Leanne had
Do
told
we
me.
know the name of the band?
I do not.
Okay.
Sorry.
Listen, when there's a box of tissues, there's
Okay.
a great event coming in August. Sydney is getting married.
We are.
Yeah, and
Yes.
Abby Lee is in the wedding.
I know. I know.
And
It had-
we're tickled.
they were just in this program not that long ago for us, I promise you.
Right.
It has flown. It has
Now,
flown.
how long has this program existed in Pike County?
Oh
Do we
my
know?
goodness, I don't. It has been.
It used to be Junior Miss, is that
It
correct?
used to be the Junior Miss, and the Troy JCs
Okay.
sponsored it, and it's over 40 years.
Okay.
So it's 50.
Do we have a list of all the past
I
winners
do.
somewhere?
I do. It is in our program.
Okay.
I can send that to you as well, but it's in
yeah.
our program that we give out or sell that
Yeah,
night.
I'd like
so
to flash it on the screen and
I
just
got them.
talk.
I got 'em. I tell you what, they were. We put them out there on our Facebook page.
Okay.
Here, not too many days ago, listed all our past winners. So it should be there, but I can send it to you too.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of names you recognize.
All right, Nate, let's go through those 2 flyers again, please. That way, the audience, this is a way to give to the distinguished young
Right.
women
Yes.
program at Pike County.
That's right. That's right. And any and all donations. Nothing is too small. I can promise you. Can promise you that. So my email is there, any of those participants you just saw can get you information or get
Okay.
to me on that.
And there again, their program or their goal is you're
Yes.
developing scholarship, leadership, and talent.
Yes.
Those are the three main elements
Yes.
that I've read, and this program is for upcoming seniors. So we would encourage the sophomores today to be, come to the show, and hey,
Right.
this is a wonderful.
It's a good program.
Now, the scholarships that goes to the top. Do the top three get a scholarship?
Usually with
Or
8
the other-
participants, probably the top 3.
Okay.
And we just, from the funds that we raise, we I hate to say divvy out, but that's how we determine how much
Okay.
we give. And last year, we gave over $4,700 to these girls, and the winner receives a leadership scholarship from Troy University that's $3,500.
Wow.
So yeah,
I remember when I was in college, Troy, the national.
Yes.
Where's the national program?
it is in Mobile.
It's in Mobile. It's still in Mobile because
Still
I
in
can
Mobile.
remember Troy University. I don't know what they did, but they went to Mobile and they offered scholarships. I think full ride scholarships to all those girls.
did.
And at one time when I was on campus, we had about 11, 12, or 13.
We sure did. We sure did.
And
yes.
that was
It
dynamic for the leadership and the girls from different parts of the country
Yeah.
that came to Troy, Alabama, and they all excelled in collegiate activities, and there's no telling what they're doing in today's world.
Do you know, one of them was Rhode Island's junior miss, and she came to Troy. She was an Alpha Gam with me,
What's her name?
Kelly Rourke, and she went on after college, competed in the Miss America pageant.
Wow.
But yeah, I went to school with a lot of junior misses.
Well, if you go back in all the
Right.
Palladiums, which is the yearbook for Troy University, it's called the Palladium.
right,
You can,
They're
they're in there. You
surprised.
can just say,
yeah,
and,
Yeah.
and they're just dynamic individuals, just like
absolutely.
Dee Allen. Now,
Absolutely.
Dee, can I ask you what your full name is?
Deanna K. Allen.
Deanna K. Allen.
Yeah, I only
Okay.
hear that from my dad.
Now, is that a family name, Deanna and Kay, or do you know?
I don't think so. I think
Okay.
they just came up with it.
Okay.
Kay is my mom's middle name also.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Westchester. I like to call it Westchester.
Okay.
So he's running for
Yes.
a state office,
Yes,
the
sir.
state
Secretary of State.
Secretary of State.
Yes,
and
sir.
Clay Helms works in that office from Charles Henderson High School. Claybo, that's David and Sherry's son, and Home Gallery is
There we go.
represented here. And but let's it's 7:13, and I'm gonna let you go in just a minute. Let's
Okay.
show the girls again, Nate, and then we're gonna introduce the girls that will be participating in the Distinguished Young Women
Gabrielle,
program.
That's Gabrielle Levesque from Pike County High School. And I forget her name. Zion Suddup from Charles Henderson. Sierra Laird from New Life Christian Academy. Haley Qualls is from Goshen. Christine Head is from Pike County High School. Lily Ryan from Charles Henderson. Ariel Frazier from Charles Henderson. And Tate Gardner from Pike Lip. And for us this year, we've got all 5 schools in our county represented.
That's great.
That's a big thing.
That's
We
real
are
big.
thrilled. We are thrilled.
Well,
They're
listen,
good girls.
want to thank y'all for coming on the show, and is there anything you'd like to add? Where will you be tomorrow?
Tomorrow I will be in Dothan teaching a cheer camp.
So you go back and forth each
Yes,
day?
sir. I've been
Okay.
driving back and forth.
Okay.
I'll be in Troy.
Okay. And tell us when the wedding is again.
August the
Michelle.
6th.
August the 6th.
That's right.
Well, that is great. Sydney Ray Armstrong.
Sydney Elizabeth.
Sydney Elizabeth.
Addison Ray.
Addison Ray. Okay. Got it mixed up.
That's all
Well,
right.
I've got some tapes on Sydney if you need them.
I know that. I know that.
But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, want to thank Dee Allen for coming and Miss Michelle Armstrong for coming to represent the program of Distinguished Young Women of Pike County. And it will be Saturday,
July 30th,
July 30th at what time?
5 p.m.
Is that a
It's a Saturday.
Saturday?
Yes, and the participants have tickets to pre-sale that are
Okay.
$10,
Okay.
or they're $12 at the door.
And it's on the campus of Troy University in the Trojan Center Theater,
Right,
the old Adams Center.
that's right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we hope to have our next guest. But stay tuned to Good News and Interviews, and you can see the show again on Wednesday nights at 9 o'clock p.m., and you can find us on Facebook and YouTube. Type in TC2 TV, Troy Cable 2 TV, and it will link you to all the shows that Troy Cable produces. We'll be back after these messages.
Brundage Building Supply and Paint Center at Jackson Hardware. 120 years and counting of real customer service with a smile and a heartfelt thank you for visiting with us. PPE, lumber, paint, building supply and roofing, guns, ammunition, American-made items, and oh, by the way, hardware.
If you've had an accident or just want a new look for your vehicle, come see us at Troy Paint and Body, where we do it right the first time. Our staff has more than 100 years combined experience and can handle repairs and paint work on any make or model. We also offer a lifetime guarantee as long as you own your vehicle. Now that shows we stand behind our work. And our 24-hour towing service means we're here when you need us. So come see us at Troy Paint and Body, located on South Brundage Street in Troy beside the post office. Troy Paint and Body, where we may meet by accident, but you'll be glad we did.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
Brundage Building Supply and Paint Center at Jackson Hardware. 120 years and counting of real customer service with a smile and a heartfelt thank you for visiting with us. PPE, lumber, paint, building supply and roofing, guns, ammunition, American-made items, and oh, by the way, hardware.
If you've had an accident or just want a new look for your vehicle, come see us at Troy Paint and Body, where we do it right the first time. Our staff has more than 100 years combined experience and can handle repairs and paint work on any make or model. We also offer a lifetime guarantee as long as you own your vehicle. Now that shows we stand behind our work. And our 24-hour towing service means we're here when you need us. So come see us at Troy Paint and Body, located on South Brundage Street in Troy beside the post office. Troy Paint and Body, where we may meet by accident, but you'll be glad we did.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
Welcome back to Good News and Interviews. I'm Forrest Lee, and our next guest is Allie Park Singleton. She's the new head softball coach at Charles Simpson High School. congratulations.
Thank you very
and
much.
thank you for coming to the show.
Yes, sir.
If you will, Allie, I want to ask you about your parents and your siblings and where you grew up.
Yes, sir. My mom and dad are Bobby and Debbie Park. Got a sister and brother, Lauren Donofrio and Brantley Park. We're a close-knit family, and we all live close by. My brother just moved with his wife Judith to Decatur, but
Well, y'all grew up in the Dugan community.
Yes,
Is that
sir.
where you grew up, right there?
Henderson.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Henderson, Dugan. We call it Dugan. Henderson, between Henderson and Spring Hill. But I guess I taught you 6th, 7th, and 8th grade at Charles
Yes, sir.
Henderson Middle School. Had your brother Brantley. And Lauren, I know a little bit about her. Abby did take some piano lessons under Lauren.
Yes, sir.
And Abby now has decided to move to Birmingham, and Abby is one of the sponsors, abbyleephotography.com, and she rented a home that your dad and brother
that's right.
remodeled, and it's a beautiful place,
It's
and
gorgeous.
just love it, and
Yeah, we enjoy living out there.
it's beautiful, and but anyway, that home place at one time used to be located between the elementary school and the Old Barn Restaurant. And the Old Barn Restaurant is one of the sponsors too. But many moons ago, Larry and Keith Snyder lived in that house.
Is that right?
And but anyway, I was just a little bit of history on that house.
Yes, sir.
But now, when you were in high school, now your husband and children?
My husband's Kevin Singleton, and he works for Troy Cable. And we've got 3 boys, Keldon, Brooks, and Bo, and they're 16, 10, and 6.
Okay. And I bet they have a hefty appetite.
Yes, sir.
Now, where do they go to school, Alan?
Well, right now, I was teaching at Ayrton and coaching there, but they're about to be, the younger boys are about to be at the elementary school. So.
Okay. Now, let's see. Now, when you graduated from Charles Henderson, what year?
2005.
What were some of the activities that you participated in while you were at Charles Henderson?
Well, I played softball, of course. I played volleyball a little bit, and I ran cross country with Coach Steve. He did cross country and softball. I'm sure I was in ag, Coach Hogan. But softball was my biggest activity.
Now, who were your coaches? Now, let me ask you this. How did you get started in the sport of softball?
Oh, gosh.
When it first started?
Well, when I was about 9 or 10 years old, all my friends were playing rec softball with the rec department, and I came home from school one day and I said, Mama, why can't I play softball with other kids? And she said, Allie, I don't even know what a softball is. So anyway, my sister was playing piano, and I was doing piano lessons at the time, and I wasn't very good, but she was. And anyway, I signed up for softball and have been doing it ever since. And I remember the first practice, the coach said, who wants to pitch? And I raised my hand, and my mom was like, no, put your hand down, Allie, But anyway, I've worked hard. And
in high school, who all were your coaches that...
Steve Howell
Steve.
and Jerry Goodson were the coaches, and Ronnie Baker was our
Moneyball.
JV coach, and all very, very special men and good coaches.
Now, I'll tell you a little bit about Ronnie Baker. I was full-time National Guard when he was, and his nickname was Murdoch, because back then the A-team had George Papard was like the leader. You had Mr. T, and then you had this guy that wasn't quite right. His nickname was Murdoch. I think he drove the helicopter, but somehow Ronnie got the nickname Murdoch. That's what I call him half the time. Well, those are 3 good, solid men, and of course, again, we lost Steve not long ago, and
Yes, sir.
Steve and I went to college together, and we're physical education majors, and we actually taught together at the elementary school for a short period of time. And now, when you graduated from Charles Henderson, who recruited you to play softball? Your next level? What was your next step in softball as a player?
I went to CAC, Central Alabama Community College in Alex City, and I played there for a year, and my parents, took me to all these camps and clinics and showcases, and actually was recruited by Webster University in St. Louis, and went there for my last 3 years.
Okay. Now, were you a pitcher? Well,
I played.
I'm sorry. Did y'all do slow pitch or fast pitch?
It was fast pitch, yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I played outfield and I pitched too. So.
Well, Nate, if you can, let's see if we got some pictures of Allie. Do you remember that swing? What number did you wear?
16.
16.
Yes, sir.
You were probably 20, 21 at that time?
Maybe so. That's a Rocket Tech bat. I know that. Those bats were hot. Now they've got the DeMarinis and everything else, but yeah, those were the days.
And let's flash her Charles Henderson picture. There it is. Allie Singleton, head softball coach, working at Charles Henderson High School. Now your teaching responsibilities at Charles Henderson will be what, Allie?
I'll be teaching English 12, and I think I'm going to have a 10th grade class as well.
Okay. Now you graduated with a degree in what area?
Well, my undergraduate degree is in public relations, communication, journalism, and then I went back after I realized, that was during the time when, it was hard to find a job, and I started coaching and doing lessons, and then I got offered a high school coaching job in Missouri, and I said I need to go back to school. I need to, because I felt like I was called and led to teach and coach. So
how long have you actually been teaching? Do you know how many years?
This will be my 10th year.
10th year.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Now, where all have you coached and taught? If you don't.
Well, I started my very first job in high school was right after college was called Clayton High School in Missouri, and then from there I moved back home, and I worked at Hooper Academy for a couple years in Hope Hull, and then at Pike Live, and then at Charles Henderson for a few years with Coach Schneider, and then I went to Ayrton.
Okay. Who's the coaching staff at Ayrton?
It's Coach Terry Goodson and Haley Goodson. It's
okay. I remember Haley.
Haley and her dad.
Now, Haley, where is she coaching now?
She's at Ayrton.
She's at Ayrton?
Yes, sir. She just had a baby.
Now, was Claire, did she ever coach in the collegiate league?
She did. Right now she's at Enterprise, but I think she did help at Ayrton at one time, and she also, I want to say somewhere, we talked about Auburn area, maybe at high school, but.
Okay. So you're at Charles Henderson High School right now. What levels of teams you think you'll have next year, this upcoming school year?
Well, we just had a player and parent meeting last Monday night, and then today we actually had our first workout with the girls, and I got to meet and spend some time with a lot of them. We'll have a JV and varsity for sure. Okay.
Who are our region opponents that Charles Henderson will be playing in our region?
This year we've got Brewtech, Hopeful, and Greenville, and us will be in our.
And Brubaker Tech is located in Montgomery, Alabama.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, so you've been able to meet some players. Would you like to just mention some of those, or we can do that later?
Yes, sir. We can. Okay. Hannah Sparrow and Olivia Kirkpatrick, they're our seniors.
Yeah.
I've got a few other seniors that I think are coming out. Malia Ward, Alexandria Brantley, Ariel Frazier, of course Molly Garrett and Mary Hayden West, Alicia Sellers, they're going to be our juniors. And then we've got several 8th, 9th, and 10th graders that, at first I was concerned about losing the 5 seniors, that are college bound. And but I think we're going to have a really good group. I'm excited, and
that's good.
I think they're going to be really good group.
And so so your season, when can you actually start the first day of y'all able to do something with them before school?
Yes, sir. It's like 10 hours a week, and we're supposed to have like small groups, and then there's a throw-in program where you can only throw. You can't use any bats in January, that sort of thing.
Okay.
So.
Then your first game officially can start when? What-
February 16th.
February the 16th. Do
Yes,
we
sir.
know who we might be playing yet?
It's either going to be, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Pike Road.
Okay.
Pike Road or Geneva.
Okay, well, good.
Yes, sir.
In Geneva, they know how to play softball down there, I think.
Yes, sir.
And, well, I'm so proud for you and excited for you.
Thank you.
Now, I want to ask you this. What are some of your hobbies in downtime, whenever it's downtime and you're not having to do grade papers or code? What are some things that you enjoy doing to relax yourself?
Well, my family and I, the boys and I, we love to go to the lake and ride the boat. I like to water ski and.
Which lake?
Well, this past weekend we were at Lake Martin, but we like Eufaula too.
Okay.
So, you know, our younger boys were trying to learn to ski too this weekend, so that was fun. And I like to read and I like to play the guitar a little bit.
Okay. Can you play the piano still?
I know how to a little bit, but I'm not as good as my sister.
Okay. Well, anyway, well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Miss Allie Park Singleton, and you can watch the replays of this show on Wednesday nights at 9 o'clock. It's 9 to 10. It's always on Mondays from 7 to 8 o'clock at night. And if you want to watch us on Facebook or YouTube, type in TC2 TV, and there's links to watch Good News and Interviews and all other shows that Troy Cable produces in C Spire. Allie, again, I want to thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And one day at a time, I
Yes,
know
sir.
Charleston's is proud to get one of their own back. I know Mother and Daddy. Of course, you've been living around them, I guess, for a while, but
Yes, sir.
that's a great
They're
family.
excited.
And say hello to your brother, Brantley, for me.
I will.
And,
I will.
well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to have Miss Amy Swindle.
Brundage
We'll be
Building
back.
Supply and Paint Center at Jackson Hardware. 120 years and counting of real customer service with a smile and a heartfelt thank you for visiting with us. PPE, lumber, paint, building supply and roofing, guns, ammunition, American-made items, and oh, by the way, hardware.
If you've had an accident or just want a new look for your vehicle, come see us at Troy Paint and Body, where we do it right the first time. Our staff has more than 100 years combined experience and can handle repairs and paint work on any make or model. We also offer a lifetime guarantee as long as you own your vehicle. Now that shows we stand behind our work. And our 24-hour towing service means we're here when you need us. So come see us at Troy Paint and Body, located on South Brundage Street in Troy beside the post office. Troy Paint and Body, where we may meet by accident, but you'll be glad we did.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with the Tiger Sharks Spotlight, and we have Miss Amy Swindle.
Yes,
Thank you
sir.
for coming, Miss Amy. And clip a little microphone on right there, the little clip. Yeah, just kind of clip that. There you go, just click it on the clip. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Amy Swindle. She's one of the coaches for the Tiger Sharks. And a little bit about your background. Where's your hometown?
I'm from Dothan,
Dothan, Alabama.
and I've been here in Troy since I got married in 2005 to Nick Swindle, and we have 2 kids, and I got roped into coaching swim because that is my daughter's favorite thing in life is the water.
Okay. Now, your family, your mother and dad, who were they and some of your siblings?
Jackie and Alice Mendham, I have a lot of family down in Dothan.
Okay.
Um,
Did you go to Dothan? What school?
I went to Northview.
Northview.
And I was a prosecutor down there for several years. And got married and moved to Pike County.
Now, what were some of the activities you were involved in high school?
I was a softball player.
Softball player?
I was a lifeguard very briefly. I don't like children that don't follow rules and won't pay attention.
Okay.
I'm a rule follower. I expect them to be too. So lifeguarding was not for me.
Okay. Now, did you go to college? Or
Yes, sir.
Whereabouts did you go to school?
My undergrad's from Auburn and my law degree is from Alabama.
Okay, University of okay. Okay, and let's talk about the Tiger Sharks.
Yes, sir.
And how many meets have we been involved in this year?
So far we have been to 3, and we are going to the state Parks and Rec tournament Thursday.
Where will it be held?
Opelika.
Okay. When is it actually the first person jump in? I mean, when's the first event?
It is, our warm-up is at 7:45 Friday morning.
Okay. That means warm up for all your swimmers.
All our swimmers.
Have to warm up. And what events are in a swim meet or the state swim meet?
The state swim meet is a little bit different just because it's more limited. We have 25 and under for 8-year-olds and 6-year-olds.
Okay.
So that's just one length of the pool. Anybody that is 9 and up, you swim a 50 or 100, and there's freestyle, butterfly, breaststroke, backstroke, the individual medley where they do 25 of each stroke, and we have a free relay and a medley relay.
Okay. Of the medley, what 4 events? Is it 4 technique? 4?
It's the 4 techniques:
And what are they?
back, breast, fly, free.
Okay. Okay. So, who are the coaches for the Sharks?
We have 2 new coaches this year who have been absolutely wonderful. Their names are Farabee Caldwell. She swam at Bay Minette, and Jessica Wolf. She swam at a couple of different teams in the Mobile area, and they're both students here at Troy.
Great. That's wonderful. Hey, Nate, let's go ahead and show those pictures, okay? And
This is Maggie. She was one of our 8-year-olds, and she was a heat winner, meaning that she came in first in the heat for her event.
okay. What's her last name?
Ballard.
Okay.
That's Bryant Forehand,
Okay.
about to go off the block
All
here.
right. All right.
That's my nephew, Jesse Swindle.
There you go. Hey, Jesse.
That is Maggie and Kaylee.
They're ready for the
They're about to do backstroke.
backstroke. Okay. Where was this event at?
That's in Dothan.
In Dothan. Okay.
Yes, sir. That is James Wade Murphy doing breaststroke.
And where does he go to school?
He is homeschooled.
Okay.
That is Mason Jones. He is
know
one of our
Mason.
he's one of our year-round kids, and he goes to Troy Elementary.
What's his mother's name?
Tony.
Tony, yeah. She was a Deveridge. It still is a Deveridge.
That is Piper Pennington, I do believe, and she is also homeschooled.
Is that a butterfly?
That is Butterfly.
Butterfly.
I do not have any idea.
I love the picture of the air coming out of his nostrils.
That's one of Dan Smith's pictures. He
Okay.
gets the most amazing pictures. That's one of our little boys, but I can't tell you which one. That is William Regier. He goes to Covenant Christian. He's one of our 9-year-olds. This is his first year swimming, and he did qualify for state.
Who designed the caps? I love that.
That is Devin Smith. He goes to Zion Chapel. He is one of our 7-year-olds. He qualified for state.
Okay, so y'all represented what, by what? Any
Any of the area,
Any
as
of the
long as you
area.
don't have a swim team in your area.
Okay, great.
That is Maggie Ballard in her shark cap doing butterfly.
Okay,
She was a state qualifier.
okay.
That is Jesse Swindle. You can see his events written on his arm, so they'll know which heat, event, lane, and stroke that they're swimming. He's also a state qualifier. That's Piper Pennington. She's a
Breast.
state qualifier. Looks like she's doing breast. Yes,
Okay.
sir. That is our boys relay team. That's Jack Harbin,
Jack.
Bryant Forehand, Ryan Swindle, and William Regier. They are our 9-10 free relay, 200-yard. So they'll each swim a 50. That is Raylan Hall, and I believe that is Riley Felch beside her.
And that's
They are
in-
both qualifiers in
Right.
Dothan.
That's great. How many total qualifiers?
We had 22. That's Alyssa Forehand. She qualified in everything she swam, including our relay. She goes to Zion Chapel.
Great.
That's Ryan and Bryant again, holding their medals. They were High Point winners at Dothan. And they have on their Tiger Shark
Where do they go to
state.
school?
Bryant goes to Zion Chapel, Ryan goes to Covenant Christian.
And, you know, and these kids can swim in high school.
Yes, we are planning,
can
we are
swim in
working on
high
it
school.
really
They
hard.
represent their individual school.
Yes. That is Alyssa again, swim and breaststroke. That is Kamila Kavanaugh. She goes to Goshen, and she is a first-year swimmer that has done a phenomenal job. She could barely put her face in the water when she started. She's qualified for state in 2 events and is on the varsity basketball team for Goshen, and she's 11.
Go Eagles.
Yes,
So she'll be a 7th grader, right?
she'll be a 7th grader,
Okay.
and she is something else in the water. That is one of our girls' relay teams. That's Alyssa, Emma Bradley, Bria Swindle, mine, and Riley Caballeros. And 3 of the girls qualified for state. Riley was not here. Her mom is in the National Guard, so she had to go stay with her aunt, so she didn't get to make it to district with us.
The girl on the far right?
Yes, sir.
Now, where does she go to school?
She goes to Troy Elementary.
Caballeros.
Caballeros.
Okay. Beautiful name.
That is Gracie Ellis and Devin Smith and Claire Dixon and Maggie Ballard. They were one of our mixed relay teams at the Water World Classic.
Okay. Where was the Water World Classic?
It's in Dothan.
Okay.
That's my nephew Jesse, Alyssa Forehand, and my daughter Bria. And they were waiting to be able to go in. They had about a 2-minute wait after Thunder had struck. They were sitting there waiting patiently.
And we're lucky that we have the Parks and Rec. We have 2 Olympic-style pools.
We just have one.
One.
The
Is that-
inside is only 5 lanes.
Okay. But the outside, how many lanes do we have outside?
8 plus a zero entry area
Okay.
that's much more shallow that they do swim lessons with.
I've done some polar bear plunges out there. Kind of like it.
That is Bryant Forehand and Ryan Swindle. It got really cold that evening on the pool deck, and they hopped out and were like little frigid little polar bears. They're both state qualifiers.
Well, great. Well, great. Now let's, if a young person is interested in joining the Sharks, when does the program start, or when can they sign up for the next calendar year typically?
So we have 2 different programs. We have a year-round program
Okay.
that used to be run by Shane Tatum, and Shane retired when COVID hit. And we have worked really hard. We now have a year-round team again. We began in January with about 25 kids. Jennifer Jordan Helms and Cassidy Shorkey Smart are our coaches.
Yeah.
And we will restart year-round August 22nd. You can email the Troy Tiger Sharks at gmail.com to get information. And that runs from August until May. And then we switch to Parks and Rec. The year-round team is governed by USA Swim, so it's all the way from the Olympics down to little local clubs like Troy.
Okay. So they can do this by what day again?
We start August 22nd.
So
We will be back in the water,
Okay.
but we'll take them whenever.
Yeah, so
They
they
just
can-
got to be able to swim 25 yards down.
Okay. So anytime you look up what website again? The Troy
It's-
Rec Department or
Troy Tiger Sharks at gmail.com.
Troy Tiger Sharks at gmail.com. Another thing I was going to ask you, the coaches that you have, their experience was in high school.
Some of them are like elementary school.
Okay.
Most of these girls started swimming when they're 6, 7 years old.
So they can
And
teach
swam
the
all the way.
strokes. In other words, they have the ability
Yes,
to
sir.
teach the proper technique to your
Yes, sir.
to your child, and son or daughter. And any surrounding county like Crenshaw
Mm-hmm.
County, Dale County, do they have a team?
Dale has a non-competing team.
Okay.
They have a little team
Okay.
that just is at the rec department.
So Coffee County students,
Mm-hmm.
Barber County, Bullitt County.
Barber
Mon-
County actually has the Youth All the Way runners.
That's right, I'm sorry. Now Montgomery has
They have their own.
They have their own.
Yes, sir.
Deal. I'll tell you a quick story about my swimming. When I was a student at Troy University, I was a physical education major, and I had swimming as part of your what they call theory and technique. It's part of a mandatory part of a unit, and you had to know all the strokes. So knowing that, I took swimming as a class first under Kathy Flynn and did my best to try to learn the correct technique. So when we had to take theory and technique of swimming, Don Jeffrey was our instructor in that part of the course. And we had about 20 physical education majors, and I got at the end of the line because I knew I was still not a good, I could swim, but I was not very accurate on the proper technique. So it was my turn. So I jump in and I'm swimming, I'm making it across the pool at Lee Natatorium at campus at Troy University. And he bellowed out, he said, "Lee, Forrest Lee, quit looking for alligators and moccasins in my pool. There's no alligators and moccasins. Quit looking for them in my pool." And it was just echoing, and everybody was laughing. And I never could get the technique of exhaling in the water. So if I can't exhale, I'm going to breathe and listen. So when I worked on it, so when it come time for getting graded, I took the deepest breath I could do, and I went. But anyway, it was funny then. I don't know if it's funny now, but that was the story about my swimming.
We have a lot of kids that find it very difficult. I tell them that when their arm comes up, I want you to turn your head and sip from a straw.
Okay.
That's our.
I'll try that. Now, let me ask you this. So, y'all will, this tournament is going to be held in Opelika. And where exactly is that? Is it going to be at a rec department?
It's always at the rec department.
Okay.
They bid. We've been to Albertville. We've been to the Crossplex in Birmingham.
Okay.
We've been to Opelika before. But it's in the Opelika's rec department.
What exit number is that? Do we know?
No, sir. It is not. It's behind a neighborhood that's right around the old outlets. It's
Okay.
You just think you're.
Yeah. Oh, it's there, the Cracker Barrel exit.
Yes, sir. Probably.
Yeah, we know. Look for the Cracker Barrel. It's not 56. It's not 57. No, it's not 58. It's not the next one. I think it's the next one after that.
Possibly, yes,
But
sir.
you can look all that up if you're in that area. So total swimmers that we had in the Tiger Shark program this year, how many total swimmers did we have?
We had 57 sign up, but we had several actually make all-star baseball and softball teams
Okay.
and were unable to participate. So we had about 52 actually get in the pool.
Mm-hmm.
And just like Riley couldn't compete at district because of a prior engagement, we took 31, I believe, to district in Dothan, where we compete against Eufaula, Andalusia, Dothan, us. Some years Enterprise sends a team. This year they didn't have a coach because apparently he had been deployed.
Oh, okay.
And we had 22 of them qualify.
Hey, Nate, let's just go through the pictures while we're talking, so we'll have those again. How many, this is the state tournament, do we know how many rec departments throughout Alabama will be represented?
So I counted them the other night because somebody asked me. In years past, it's been anywhere from 28 to 34-ish.
Okay. Hey, just blow them up and you can see us at the bottom. Yeah, there we go. I like seeing the bigger. So you said, give me that number again.
Between 28 and 34.
34. And now where all have our meets been this year?
We have been to Eufaula and Dothan.
Okay. And ladies and gentlemen, again,
And here.
We have Amy Swindle. She's one of the coaches for the Tiger Sharks. And again, tell us, go by the list of who's in what event. Amy.
This is our 6 and under girls. Gracie Ellis is swimming a 25 free, 25 black, and a 25 fly. Charlie Smith is 6. She's swimming a 25 free, 25 fly, 25 back. Our 8 and unders are Blakely Smith. She's 7. She's swimming a 25 free, 25 fly, and she was chosen due to her time to swim on the 9:10 200 free relay because we had somebody that was unable to attend state.
Okay.
Devin Smith is 7. That's him on the screen. He's swimming a 25 fly. On our 9:10s, we have Ryan Swindle. He's swimming breast on the 200 medley relay, the 100 IM, and a 50 back. Jack Harbin is our backstroker on the 200 medley relay. He's swimming a 50 fly and a 50 back. Bryant Forehand is our fly guy on the 200 medley relay. He's swimming 100 IM, 50 fly, and 50 back. William Regier is our freestyler on the 200 medley relay. He's swimming 50 breast and 50 free. Piper Pennington is on our 200 free relay. She's swimming 50 breast, 50 fly, 50 back. Riley Felch and Raylan Hall both qualified on our 200 free relay team for the 9-10 girls.
Yes, ma'am.
We have Bria Swindle. She's swimming on the 200 free relay team. She's swimming 50 breast and 50 fly. Alyssa Forehand is on our 200 free relay for 11-12 girls. She's swimming 50 breast, 50 free, 50 back. Ava Moore is also on the relay, and she's swimming 50 fly. Kamala Kavanaugh is swimming on our relay team, and she's swimming 50 free. JC Swindle is swimming a 50 breast, 50 back, and 100 free. And Bayla Pennington is swimming 100 IM, 100 free, and 50 fly.
Okay, so we have 22
22.
swimmers. And that will be this weekend.
Yes, sir.
You'll start Thursday.
The diving portion is Thursday. The coaches have to be on site Thursday.
Okay.
We will be in the pool at 7:45 Friday morning.
So there's a diving competition?
Yes, sir.
Do we have any?
We don't have anybody that has diving boards around here.
We don't. Now, at one time, Troy University had the big one and a springboard. But I guess if someone had one somewhere in somebody's pool that was big enough to hold one, they could.
I don't know that there's a pool around here deep enough, really. I know the Elks Pool in Dothan used to have a high dive, and none of the pools in Dothan actually, generally they have to be 12 feet in order to dive.
Well, at one time, Troy University did have an Olympic-sized pool.
That's where my
indoor.
kids swam, was
And-
with Shane Tatum.
Yep, and then they got rid of Lee Natatorium, and I think the new rec center, that pool is small.
It's like the
probably-
tiniest little
Yeah.
thing ever.
I wish Troy University had a bigger pool for the kids who have swimming in their background, that they could be on campus and do that and teach swimming on campus.
It was amusing when the football team would come in, and my daughter was 7 when she started with Shane, and she usually could outswim the football players, and they were sweet. They were like, man, those kids can swim, and they tried their best.
We're fortunate here in Troy for having the Troy Rec Department have an indoor, a pretty good sized pool indoors, and we have an Olympic sized pool outdoors. Is that a picture of our pool there?
Yes, sir.
Here in Troy, and it's a great opportunity. It's another sport or activity that kids can get involved in. And I know at one time at Charles Simpson Middle School, Coach Whitey Whitman, he used to offer swimming. He would load kids up and they'd come to Troy University, and Troy University students would help teach swimming to kids who did not know how.
Really?
And yes, years ago. He offered canoeing as well. I call him the Bear Bryant of physical education. He's no longer with us, but he sprinkled dust on me. That's one reason I got into physical education, is because of Coach Whitman. And
Well, swimming can be the sport for kids that don't enjoy other kinds of sports. We have 2 of our swimmers that are on the autism spectrum. We have a couple of swimmers that have physical disabilities. My son is a type 1 diabetic. He's out there. He swam this morning, went to baseball camp, came back and swam again. It is a controllable sport that will benefit you your entire life.
yes, ma'am. Pardon me. Now, is there a limit of the number of events that someone can participate in?
At district, there is. They got 3 individual events and 1 relay.
Okay.
So that's why the numbers are kind of small, because there will be upwards of 2,000 kids this weekend.
Well, there again, now, does Auburn and Alabama both offer, they have collegiate swimming and
Yes, sir.
diving. Does any other college in Alabama have swimming that, UAB, do they have it, I wonder?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I know the next closest thing is Pensacola, Northwest Florida. We have swam down there for the Southeastern Invitational, and they have a phenomenal pool and a huge swim team. They're the Argonauts.
And this is where?
This is Pensacola.
The Argonauts.
Mhm.
Jason and the Argonauts. That's all I can remember as a kid watching it on TV. But listen, Miss Amy, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Now, can I ask you, what do you do? Where do you work?
Right,
What do you do?
I'm with the Deloney Gandy Timber Company. And
I
before,
love the Deloney family.
and before that, I've been at Park Memorial Preschool for 8 years, and I was also an attorney during that time in Dothan, and traveling back and forth with kids. My husband works in Prattville for the health department.
Okay.
It just got to be a little much.
Right.
So I'm
Well, the
closer to
Deloney
home.
family, let's see if I can name them all. Kate and Jake, no, Alex.
Alex,
Wait a minute, I just had one. Kate, her Evan,
Evan,
and Luke.
and Luke.
Luke.
Yes.
And wonderful family, and you don't get any better than the Deloneys. But well, listen, thank you for coming. We got
Thank
just a
you
couple
for
more
having us.
minutes. We'll just talk in general. Now, again, let everyone know how they can sign up their child for swimming through the Tiger Sharks program.
For the year-round swim
Is it
team,
Tiger Sharks or Tiger Shark?
Tiger Sharks, plural.
Tiger Sharks.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It is TroyTigerSharks@gmail.com, and that is our year-round team
Okay.
that is owned by the city of Troy, but is booster run. So the rec has been phenomenal. Dan Smith has gone to bat for us repeatedly so that we can have a year-round team again, because some of us were driving to Dothan for our kids to swim.
Now, you see Booster, do y'all look for,
Sponsors, yes,
Sponsors,
sir.
okay.
Yes, sir, because
Well,
the
tell-
parents are responsible for paying the coaches.
okay, so sponsorships are needed.
Yes.
And there again, you can contact who for that, Miss Amy?
I'm the Booster Club president. My sister-in-law and I were the force behind getting it back in Troy, because our kids love the water.
Okay.
And our email is TroyTigerSharks@gmail.com.
TroyTigerSharks@gmail.com.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you'd like to be a sponsor to help those swimmers, we've got a couple more minutes.
Now, if your child doesn't know how to swim, the rec center is going to be offering,
Yeah, show that flyer, Nate, the swimming flyer that we have for the Troy Rec Department. He can find it real quick.
they're going to be offering swim lessons during the fall, which is unusual. We've never had that before.
Starting in August.
And once they can pretty much dog paddle their way down 25 yards, which is one length of the pool, they are welcome to come join us.
All right, and that says for more information, the aquatics coordinator is Samantha Wilson.
Yes, sir.
At 674-2459, or you can contact the rec department or
Yes,
go
sir.
to the rec department, and there's the levels 1, 2, and 3 in the adult level and the price. So there's swimming lessons offered here at the city
Yes,
of
sir.
Troy. That is wonderful. That is great.
So we're really excited that a lot of kids that have never found the sport that they love, because either they can't hit a baseball or they're not the fastest runner. The only thing that we ask when you get in the water is try your best and to see if you can beat your prior time. That is what we work for.
Right, well, that's great. And it's a lifetime skill. I mean, it is a lifetime skill, and you'll always be in the water. And
There was an 89-year-old man that swam at one of the meets in Dothan. He was in the Masters section, and he was amazing.
yes, ma'am. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Miss Amy Swindle for coming on and We want to wish the Tiger Sharks of Troy and the surrounding areas the best of luck this weekend as they travel to Opelika to start on Thursday, and the event will end on Saturday.
Saturday. Yes, sir.
And we'll be back next week for Good News and Interviews. Thank you for showing. Thank you for
you.
joining us.